we'll see. But we'll move on. This is Melanin Gamers, another brother who's doing some work in the gaming sphere. Melanin Gamers, as you might notice from the title, really leaning into the, hey, we're black. And they do D&I consultancy events, content, scene, and glamour, metro, so there's always this group of sort of race grifters that, they realize, much like even on the right, you see certain black voices. You're wondering, like, is this guy really the best they got? But, they want to have someone that looks like that in their corner. And who's to say that these had been successful for their race? But they released this along with Help Keep Watch, which is just something that an initiative by them. So they're just linking to themselves here. But they released a new rating system, the Toxicity Rating. Guys, it's like ESRB, but for toxicity. And hey, RC, how's it going? RC, I feel like you had a different name at some point, based on that profile pic, but I can't remember it now. It's freaking me out. It's weirding me out. But guys, this is the Toxicity Rating, okay? So this is, let's see, each rating was created by surveying hundreds of gamers and represents the average amount of racism, gender discrimination, and violence towards other. I also like this, crude humor and controlled substance conversation experience. Crude humor and controlled substance conversations? Like, what the heck? This is part of the toxicity? Guys, look out. Someone's going to talk about weed. Someone's going to talk about crack. In my video game let's go with our mission was created to inform gamers and parents what kind of content they could expect to encounter while playing online. Someone might talk about crack, cocaine, or meth. I'm so cracked, guys. Oh my God. Look out. A call to attention to the fact that the gaming community desperately needs change to be an inclusive, safe space for all who crude humor. Oh no, look out, guys. We need to get rid of crude humor and talking about drugs to make this inclusive, safe space. I don't even get it. It covers so much is one of the things I understand it. But really, when you go to the ratings, you can kind of see people have been saying that the biggest problem with this is that anybody can rate it. They don't actually need to prove that they've played the game at all. And, they're saying that would lead to potentially people just, just like review bombing it. But really, when you look at these ratings, this is a Call of Duty toxicity rating of 78. Oh my God, that seems so big. And it's got to be like a little hexagonal chart. Violence, direct violent threats. 9 direct violent threats. When's the last time you've been online and someone gave you a direct violent threat? I'm going to kill you in real life, guys. When's the last time that actually happened? I don't think it's ever been. I don't think it's ever happened. IRL threats of violence. At least any that are serious. So this is the real problem with this site. It says 78 of respondents reporting experiencing toxicity playing Call of Duty online. So this 78% rating is based on the amount of people that have filled out a survey gone to the site and fill out a survey for Call of Duty. It's like even like crappy leftist surveys like the ADL will at least sort of pretend that they got a random, or they even say like it's a super sample of, LGBTQ or other races, but at least they'll like pretend that they're calling a sort of like normal sample of gamers, like sort of randomly picked. This is strictly based on the people that actually go to a site called the toxicityrating.com and want to fill out a survey. So it's naturally only going to be people that want to report toxicity. It's not like, hey, I love Call of Duty. I need to go to this site and tell you how not toxic it is. This leaves such a completely unrealistic and skewed rating for this stuff that it doesn't do any good at all. There's literally the only purpose for this site is for them to try and say that gaming is bad and gaming's toxic. And then I don't know, maybe they do sort of D&I consultancy work. So maybe they need to sort of come in, say, hey guys, your game's super toxic. We got to do something about it. Bring us in, hire us, and we're going to help you figure out how to deal with it. This is the only way I can see this actually doing, well, we're not going to do any good, but how this actually is supposed to accomplish anything. Not to mention like sexual content, crude humor, controlled substance concentrates. And then like you have racism, gender discrimination, and direct violent, 90% direct violent threats. This is such crappy information. What is this supposed to do? This is all I can think of. It's just, here's a problem and then present the solution. Or it's, again, just trying to push a sort of narrative that gaming is toxic. Which, I mean, when you get into competitive gaming with a lot of high emotions, it can get you can have, a lot of conversations that are very heated, a lot of anger and frustration, and which can lead to, insults and all sorts of different things. And we all know Call of Duty and stuff like this, but even Minecraft has a rating of 62. Again, direct threats of violence, 78. This is strictly based on what people come into report. This is just a reporting system. The percentages don't work at all. Like maybe if you were to list the amount of people that have actually filed reports, that might mean something, but this is just strictly so dishonest and designed to give a picture that is totally devoid of reality. So this is Melanin Gamers doing terrible work. This site is just complete trash.